Alright guys, Mr. G on a short weekend holiday in Croatia. We are in the town of Sibenik, and I'm totally saying that wrong. It's a little bit north of Split, a little bit smaller than Split, a little bit bigger than Makarska, and it's just a good weekend getaway. It's your standard coastal Croatian town, which means it's full of things like cathedrals, forts, marinas, boardwalks, and let's go talk about what you do in Croatia on a Saturday morning. Typical Croatian breakfast, which is gelato, or beer, coffee, and cigarettes. These two opted for the gelato option. Make that three. Sorry, all three of them are going for gelato. What flavor you got there? Is it worth it? Is it a healthy breakfast?
Becca's the best one.
Alright guys, so of course we've got a giant cathedral of St. Jacob, St. Jacova. If you didn't know, Croatia comes from the word Croat, which is the Catholic ethnic group in the Balkans, and they broke away during the war. And yeah, so they have Catholic churches, a lot of them. There's one of them now. Okay, let's go find this fort. Alright, usually what we eat in Croatia is a platter of meat, but this time we opted for pizza, mozzarella pizza. Is it good, Mrs. G?
It's very.
You may not know this, but a lot of the Croatian coast used to be part of Italy, so they do really good pizza. Yep, no trip to the Mediterranean is complete without your John Lennon sunglasses.
Hey, they just came out with a new album.
Yes or no? John Lennon's dead. He came out with a new album? I'm not sure that's happening. Alright, you guys see this old fort right here? Yeah. We're gonna go see if we can find it. Alright, you know you're in Croatia when you find a cave and of course there's a Virgin Mary in it. I'm not even going to tell you the things I found in caves in Thailand, because that's another story. Over there is the fortress of St. Perron. Here's the fortress of St. Michael. This one was started in the 13th century, but they worked on these, from the 13th century up to the 16th century. I mean, these things were a part of history. I mean, when Italy was a bunch of warring city-states, and when Venice was a big power, so defending coastal towns and trading was a big deal. So most Croatian towns, old towns, their core is always going to be ancient fortresses. And Sibenik has, I believe, 4. So we're actually in the middle of the fortress right now, and they've repurposed it to be a theater, which is actually pretty cool. This is, I've seen a couple European towns do that, where they take a fortress or a castle and they restore it, and they either turn it into like an art museum / museum, or like a stage in a theater / fortress museum, which is pretty cool. Wouldn't mind watching Hamlet in here, or Othello or something like that, so good on you, Croatia and Sibenik. Very cool little theater. Alright, there's Fortress Perron. There is another tinier fortress over there. And I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but there's an old 14th century city wall they built to protect, the shipyards and fishing village there from Ottoman incursions back in the day. And this is, in Croatia they do a very good job of maintaining old structures and similar architectural practices, which give all these towns a really cool little vibe. Well, we drove off the beaten path a little bit on the other side of the bay of Sibenik, and apparently we found a hippie commune art thing. I have no idea. Let's go find out. Oh, we got some sort of upcycled artistic boat thing, and someone living in a trailer. Why not? I can think of worse places to put my trailer. Definitely has the feeling that a bunch of artists or people are just squatting on an abandoned park out here at the end of the bay. But hey, Picked an alright location, no. And, you know, why not?